Nothing. We just watched Bad Batch.
We did watch Bad Batch. We're gonna jump right into that.
Fantastic episode.
Bad Batch. Okay.
Let's get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. We watched the first 3 episodes on the last mini.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we didn't meet to watch the 4th one.
What do you mean we didn't mean? Yeah, we did.
We didn't meet to watch.
No,
the 4th
we
one.
watched it. Yeah,
so we watched it separately. Separate but equal, always. And then we watched the 5th one today. Now we're gonna quickly recap or try to recap the 4th one. Mm-hmm. Basically, Omega and Crosshair escape, and then they meet up with the Bad Batch.
Yes, sir.
Simple as that. Palpatine pulled up on that one?
He did, yes.
He pulled up, and then, did he pull up? No.
This episode? No.
No, the 4th one. I don't even remember. Because they escaped, and then... Oh, no, the 4th one, they already escaped, because we saw Palpatine in that one. The 4th one, it was just Crosshair and Omega trying to find a way to reunite with the Bad Batch.
They were on some weird planet
some
for a bit.
Imperial planet with some big
They got robbed for a second.
They got robbed mad times.
Yeah, they was gambling.
They was gambling. And then,
they got the dog robbed.
And then it was illegal, the gambling. And he was like, yo, it's illegal, actually. And they're like...
give my money back. Because he lost.
That's grimy. And then they finally get off planet, and they meet up with the Bad Batch.
Yeah, the ending was beautiful. Like, watching her meet up with Wrecker and Hunter again. It was really good. And then the face that they made when they finally saw, like, Crosshair walk out of the ship, they're like, ugh. Who brought this guy?
Who invited that guy?
Who got this guy
like,
here,
you
bro?
don't even go here. So, that's what happened. And then now, episode 5, we pick off kind of like right where we left off. We start off with a nice shot of Omega waking up. She's like, I'm in my ship again. Let's go. This is not a teddy dream. Bear back. Had a little teddy bear. She didn't have to make it out of hay. But R.I.P. the hay teddy bear. You know, that was kind of iconic when it first came on. I kind of liked that a lot, actually. So they meet up. And I think Hunter and Wrecker are having a conversation while she's kind of like waking up.
About trusting Crosshair.
Yeah, and Wrecker is all like, yo, if she trusts her, I trust her. And Fabian was like, he a real one.
Yep.
He real for that. Because it's true. If Omega trusts her, trust him, then everybody should trust him. Yeah. I know Hunter's a little skeptical. Skeptical?
Yeah.
But that new dog they got, he trusts Crosshair too.
But I mean, that's kind of biased because he was also trapped with them. So,
but I feel like, since
but
this
I would
is a
feel
space
like
dog,
yeah,
you should kind of like reassure. Like, all right, if the space dog trusts him, you know, maybe I should like
a
start
usually violent breed, right? Because they were saying how like insanely violent that animal was on that planet, right? But Omega domesticated one of them.
And then they wanted to kill it. But boom, we're here, and they're on that paradise planet. I don't know what it's called.
Whatever planet they were on with that lady who's voiced by Wanda Sykes, and she was in love with Tech.
Tech baby mama, like I said.
Tech baby mama.
So they're there, and Crosshair's trying to get back at sniping. He's trying to be good at it again. He's like, keeps fucking
stationary targets.
What's his name? AZ's like, hey, you shot accurately 53% of the time, and they were like, that's really low for you.
Yeah.
And so that was funny.
See, he went from, I think when he got first introduced, it was like, oh, that man never misses.
Never.
He don't miss.
And
now it's just,
ever.
What was it, like 23%? What'd you say?
53%.
53%?
Yeah.
Yikes. That's a big percentage drop from 100 to 53.
So slide over a little bit. Because he's trying to get next to me. I noticed in the clips, I'm like, because when I cut your side off to put on the bottom, my fucking hand flies over on your side. That's because you're in my box.
As I should be.
Just get out of my space, bro.
We trying to be in the frame.
No, but but you fit on this side. See?
Yeah, but your hands, but
your knee was touching
my knee. Your hand's gonna get into my shot no matter what, and vice versa. See, now my hand's in your square.
You don't even reach out like that.
I don't be reaching out.
Yo, I'm wearing sunglasses inside, by the way.
Like
for the audio listeners,
it's just to shoot behind the scenes stuff.
To shoot behind the scenes, Ray-Ban Meta's first person, as we can see, Fabian. Look at Fabian. Say what's up to the behind the scenes people.
Hello.
Yeah, so I'm wearing these sunglasses inside. I think they're pretty cool. Kind of expensive.
How much?
I paid $359 after tax.
Yikes, that is expensive.
But I'm saying, I'm like, I don't know. I don't need glasses, but I might go get a prescription. I might just pop them in there.
Pop them in.
So I could keep the content creation alive at all times. It says it has a 2-hour battery life, but I've never wore them for 2 hours straight, so I don't know. But
Have they died on you?
No, not yet. I just put them back in the case and they charge.
They charge in the
They
case.
charge in the case like
That's
like
kinda cool.
AirPods.
That's kind of cool.
And you could turn off your glasses.
Yeah.
With this little button right here, and then you don't even have to worry about battery life. You can just wear my sunglasses. It's been raining the last couple of days, so I haven't been taken out of my house because I don't know if like even a little bit of rain will fuck it up.
Yeah.
But I have worn it in the gym, and the sweat hasn't fucked it up. But I don't really work out with this on the whole time. When I know I want a shot, I'll put them on, do the set.
Like when you want a POV shot.
Yeah, and then I'll take them off.
Because I would figure it would be harder to like set up a POV shot because you would have to hold your camera like to your chest or like somewhere. But now you could just throw that on and
boom,
yep,
two
and
hands out
exactly,
for me,
yeah.
and they're like, whoa, what?
It's
And I haven't seen any POV fitness content, so I'm hoping to.
I have,
that.
but it's
Have
always
you?
like GoPro. Like they put a GoPro on their head. Oh, those 360 cameras.
These are lenses.
And they'll flip it sometimes, and it's really funny because their face looks like
Yeah.
mad zoomed in. That shit's funny as
I've
hell.
seen those too.
Yeah.
So back to the Bad Batch. After taking a little detour, 'cause that's what we do.
Yes, sir.
Echo pulls up to the party. Shout out to Echo. He came back temporarily. We don't even know. It looks like he's getting recon. He's like, "Yo, where did you go? Who did you see?
He's trying to
How
find.
many people
He's trying
are
to find
there?"
the coordinates to Tantus,
Tantus, I think it's called.
Mount Tantus. Yeah.
Mount Tantus.
And the only people that were on that and got out are Echo and Omega and Crosshair.
So they escaped that, and so they're trying to get the most information out of them as possible. It's not that good of information because really they didn't really
were both
know
prisoners,
much.
yeah.
They were just prisoners there. But they do have Nala Se's data pad, and so they're like, "Hey, we can't really encrypt this without tech." R.I.P.
Rest in
Boy
peace to the
Tech. And so they're like, you know what? If we can find an Imperial terminal, we could probably bypass the encryption. And they're like, where the fuck are we gonna have an Imperial terminal? Crosshair. And then Crosshair's like, I know a place.
That's abandoned now.
And it's abandoned, but we didn't know it was abandoned. So they go to the place that they went to, a turning point of what,
his
season
character,
2?
yeah.
In his character
No,
development?
3.
No, this is season 3.
This is 3? I thought this was
Yeah.
4.
Is it 4? Hold on, pause.
Hold up. Don't
Pause,
listen to me.
pause. We got
I usually get numbers fucked up all the time, so you're probably
It might
right.
be season 3. But you know,
It's most likely
I
season 3.
feel like it's season 3.
Okay, so in season 2,
Because
is when-
season 1, Omega was very tiny.
yep.
Season 2, she's the current size that she kind of is.
No. In this season, she got
Listen. Let me continue. In season 3, she's still similar height but has longer hair.
Okay,
Those are the 3 different stages of Omega,
maybe.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking it's 3 seasons.
It was like balding Omega. Then when
Balding?
when she had that dumbass crown that when they first introduced her, and it looked like she was balding because they pushed her hairline
they
so
pushed
far
her hairline
back. And then it's like when she left that camp, they gave her like a helmet, and then her hair changed.
And then now when she was in prison, she had longer hair.
Yeah.
So it's 3 stages of Omega, so 3 seasons. Okay, let's continue on. So in season 2, we had a Crosshair episode, which I think were the best episodes of season 2, where he had significant character development between his episodes, and he was on this snowy planet, this Imperial outpost, where they put majority of clones there. They didn't give them any good supplies
And one
or
commanding
food
officer.
and weapons, and they kept getting raided. And it was an outpost that was particularly important to the Empire because it was the stormtrooper armor. That's where they would ship it, and then I guess ship it again. I guess it was maybe like a supply holding place.
Maybe.
Come get your things, and then continue receiving a shipment. And so it was kind of important to the Empire until I guess now that it's completely abandoned.
Yep.
But
I guess they just make it or ship it somewhere else. Maybe.
I
no?
guess I don't know. Maybe because it kept being
Maybe
a
them
problem.
sand dune, the ice worms.
Which we'll get to because we see that this episode. But I think maybe because there was no more clones to run it, they were just like, "Fuck it, let's get out of here." Like, if we didn't have clones to run it, why would we still stay
Why
here?
would we send actual people or some shit?
I think that may be the underlining reasoning behind
Yeah.
that. But there, Crosshair met a couple of clones, and he kind of grew close to them. They had a mission together. Crosshair, I guess like he learned that he should have appreciated his brothers, his Bad Batch brothers.
Because the Empire sure as hell doesn't appreciate any
the
of them.
regular clones that were
any of
deemed
them.
normal or anything like that. So I guess he kind of found a newfound appreciation for what he lost, which I guess that's what happens to anybody.
Yep.
When you
In
lose
real life,
something, you appreciate it
a little
because you
bit
had
more.
it.
Yeah.
And now you fucked it up and lost it. So Mayday dies, R.I.P.
Yes,
to
in that
one of
episode he did.
to one of the young kings. And then Crosshair has like a little snap in his brain, and then he kills an Imperial officer, I guess out of anger, And then the Empire throws him in jail. And jail is Mount Tantus, and where he's been currently experimented on. A lot of other clones have been experimented on as well. And so this is a kind of like a key focal point for his story, because he kind of reminisces of what happened in that location. Like you can see when they land there, and they're talking about the outposts. They're talking about the sensors. Like, oh, the sensors were for the Raiders.
Yeah.
Little did he know it was for a fucking Alaskan bullworm in Star Wars. And he's like looking at the clone trooper helmets. He's picking it up, and I think Hunter recognizes that. He's like, "What's going? Like something happened here. Like, why is he kind of like being a little sentimental when he's not the sentimental guy?"
He's never been.
He's like, "What's going on here?" And that ultimately leads to a boiling point. At the same time, that worm we were talking about earlier pulls up. He's like, "Yo, you turned off the sensors? I'm coming."
He's been waiting for that moment.
And I don't even know why he would show up to that. It doesn't have anything. It's just a bunker. It just doesn't really have any food in it.
What if it used to be his house and they kicked him out of it, and then they put these sensors, and he's like, "Nah, I can never go home." And the moment they turned them shits out, he's like, "I'm coming, motherfucker.
This is my house.
This is my house. Yeah, take it from me."
You think the bunker was put in his home, or the bunker
was built on
itself
top.
was his home?
No, I think because he's a worm, he lives underneath the bunker.
Underneath the bunker.
And they probably just built on top of it. And then every time he'd come in and ruin it, they'd be like, "Yo, we can't have this worm
Alaskan bullworm
burrowing under our base." So they put out the sensors, and he's like, "Wow, y'all really did that? Now I can't go home."
I was out here chilling. So
I was here before y'all.
If your base shook a little bit, it's warm.
So, and I think it set him off. So the moment he's like, "Just you wait." He's like, "When I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you."
Nah, Ricky.
So the moment they turned it off, he went for Ricky. But Ricky's been dead for a bit.
Been died. And everybody else has been left. So we get a whole ordeal with this worm and trying to figure out how to get it out. They can't turn back the sensors. They can't turn it back on because they'll be stuck inside the perimeter with it.
Yep.
So they have to devise a plan to get the worm outside of the sensors, turn them back on, which is like a 3-part plan. First, Wrecker has to get to a generator and turn it on.
Which, by the way, who made this plan?
Who made this plan? I don't know who made the plan.
Like Omega.
Did she make the plan?
Yeah.
I don't think she made the plan. I think she contributed to the plan.
No, she was
because
Wrecker kept asking her like, "What next?" And then same with
no, that wasn't in the
Echo and
planning
stuff.
stage. That was in like when it was happening.
Oh.
Like she was like, "Okay, can I turn the prime the generator?" And then Hunter and Crosshair were running away from the fucking worm with the dog.
Yeah.
And then Echo was like, "I don't see it. I don't see
talk
it."
about my man's name, bro.
Yo,
Don't
my
put my
bad,
man's
my
name
bad.
in vain, bro. Right? He didn't
Bro.
die for your sins, right?
Bro, you know he died? He died teaching Omega how to kind of
Everything,
do his
yeah.
job, which we kind of were.
Which is really cool.
I guess it was a multiple season thing because you really did be like, "Hey, do this."
We watched,
do that.
we literally saw Echo
Teach
slowly learn all these like really important skills that she now has.
He keeps calling Omega Echo. I don't know why
I do that
You do
often,
that a lot.
so often, because
Do
their
that
names are so. It's
frequently.
because of Alpha, Beta, Omega, Delta, and because they all have those stupid code names, I get them all confused.
What code names?
I just
Echo,
told you.
Crosshair, Hunter.
No,
Wrecker,
Echo and Omega both have the what I don't know what it's called, but it's like Alpha to Epsilon or whatever.
So how's
those
Echo
code names.
Epsilon? You
No,
just
no.
said Epsilon.
Epsilon is the
E.
last one,
Oh,
but Echo is one of them. Sorry, yeah, Echo is one of them.
Is it?
And Omega is one of them too.
Alpha.
It's like
Beta.
it's armor. Yeah, you know them. Yeah, Delta.
So it's not ABC. It's like A B D E.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not part of the
I know.
any
Oh,
military.
like the Greek things.
Yeah, and the military uses
fraternity
them.
things.
And because they both have names that are in that, I mess them up.
So we're talking about Omega,
Mm-hmm.
right? She slowly learned a lot of things throughout the seasons.
Yes.
And it's paying off the last few episodes for her. She's really
Because you know, if they would have given her all
herself
those skills
at the
immediately,
beginning,
they would have. Everyone would have complained.
They
They
were
would have
like,
like,
"Why
"What
is
Mary
she so
Sue?
overpowered?
Yeah, we should marry Sue."
How she know all this? She lives in fucking Camino. She's not doing
Literally.
the simulations. She's
Yep.
fucking
Everybody
around.
would have complained about it. So
Yeah,
I love that they like slowly show you the progression of her character.
I don't even think people are realizing yet that it was a slow burn with that when it came to that. But nevertheless, so she's balling. She's a boss babe. And she's helping out. She's giving out orders. They're following the orders clearly, and it's working. We were watching a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely.
As if they didn't have a massive rift in between them.
Yeah.
For multiple episodes.
Absolutely.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, that is courtesy of New Jersey.
Edgewater.
New Jersey.
But also, if we look back on a lot of their missions when he wasn't around, Crosshair or whatever, or Omega, a lot of their missions went bad. Always something always went down.
Somebody
bro.
always fucked something up.
Always went down during their missions that they always had to like turn around and make another plan and fix it and do this and that. But this is the first time nothing went wrong. Yeah.
Wrong? Nothing went wrong. It's the first time nothing went wrong.
Nothing went wrong. And so props to them.
Props to them. I appreciate that. I appreciate the growth between everybody.
Yep.
So ultimately, they work together, and they're able to kind of start the process of putting things in the past.
Yes.
Echo learns some information. He doesn't necessarily learn a lot regarding what the base is like, or like any schematics or weak points, but they do have
they got the medical records,
first-person encounters with it. And they do know that it is escapable. Some way or somehow, there is a chance to get out of there. And I think that's going to lead them to get some hopes on being able to successfully extract the rest of the clones that are there. And that looks like that's where the season's going to head. A final battle on Mount Tantus, maybe a 2-3 episode final battle.
Yep.
And we're going to see. We're already getting the vibes that maybe everybody's going to die. It's kind of giving that.
I mean, I don't know. It's Disney.
Where are you going to go from there?
I mean, it's Disney. They could just be like, and then they flew off into the distance and we never heard from them again.
Ever again. But like, you telling me Rex can be like, I need a favor.
I agree with you. It's the fact that we have a whole show in Rebels and all this other stuff that they could have been called if they were around, but they never were. Yeah.
Please. I need your help.
So I don't know. I don't know how they're going to explain these characters that I've grown to love throughout the show now.
I know. They have a really good track record of introducing characters, and they're like, that guy's sick. I like him.
Let's never talk about him again. They did that a lot, yeah. They did it with Cal. I love Cal Kestis, and it would make sense to bring such a powerful Jedi in any one of these situations, and it's like, nah.
We don't.
What he doing? We don't know. He out there doing stuff.
We don't need him. He's not even there. He doesn't exist.
I don't know, man.
So that was, I guess,
our Star Wars edition of the podcast. Yeah, the beginning.
Star Wars talk.
We still got some time.
What would you rate the episode?
This episode?
Yeah,
like a 9.
9?
Close to perfect.
Oh
yeah.
Shit! I was gonna give it like an 8.5.
I think it's good.
But maybe I'm being too harsh on it. I did like the episode.
Yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed every second of it.
Some key dialogue parts that I missed my first time watching.
Like you heard now this time.
Yeah. Like the conversation with Hunter and Hunter and Crosshair at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't really pay attention to what they were saying, but when I was watching it right now, I was like,
yeah, dude, those lines that they were having between them, I was like, damn, this is really good.
Oh, like the brotherhood is back. They're getting over it. They're gonna be stronger than ever.
I agree.